Yes, I watched Suspiria, and it was a trip, let me tell you. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another movie review. Today we're going to be talking about Suspiria, directed by Dario Argento. If you don't know, quickly, Suspiria is about a girl, Susie, who is accepted into a prestigious dance academy, which turns out to be a front for something much more sinister, as Susie will find out. So this film, Suspiria, is a really good example of a giallo film, which would be like I talked about this already. I'll link that video down below. I'll save you guys some time listening to the same old thing again. So I'll link down below to a video where I explain giallo in more detail, but this movie is a great example of that. It was interesting. It had some very violent deaths, actually. Like that opening, not the opening sequence, but like the very first death in this is like insane. Like, it's insane. Apparently it was critics said at the time it's like the most violent death ever. What's it say on that? Oh, I can't get to the DVD. Never mind, not worth it. But it's like one of the most violent deaths in cinema. It's pretty harsh, I'm not gonna lie. But it was really impressive. But you do get kind of an idea as well of kind of like some sort of you get an idea of kind of some of the influence that German Expressionism has had on different subgenres. Suspiria would be a good example. Because if you kind of look at the set, while not overtly surreal, it does have a touch of surrealism to it. I was reading that Argento really wanted to have the students of the dance school be younger, much younger. But I guess he was not allowed to do that because of the nature of the film. So he was forced to, like, you know, age the cast a little bit. But he did leave some touches in there to make them seem more childlike. Like the door handles are much higher than normal, so they have to kind of like reach up a little, you know, like a child would have to reach up to open a door, like little touches like that. So that kind of gives the setting a surreal nature to it. And the death scenes as well seem to be very like surreal. And when Sarah's death comes along, she's escaping from one room to another room without giving too much away, I guess. Well, I'm giving it away. Whatever, this movie came out in 1977. She's escaping from one room into another room, and she like jumps through a window to get to that other room, and then she lands, and the room is just like inexplicably full of barbed wire. So she gets caught in that, or it's just like coils of wire or whatever, and then the killer comes in and gets her. But it's just like, it's like sort of like surreal stuff like that. Like, you know, like there's no reason for a room to be full of like coils of metal wires. So like those sort of things, like you kind of see like little touches of German Expressionism so you can kind of see how it influenced a completely separate subgenre. I find that interesting. And this movie in turn influenced other movies of that time. It influenced John Carpenter's Halloween, in particular, kind of like the score of it, which kind of has like a pulse, almost kind of like a throbbing pulse to it, and like the disembodied camera work as well, which kind of serves to like shroud the killer in mystery a bit. So yeah, So, did I like the movie? I think I did. I think it had like some really cool points to it. Of course you kind of have like, which like nowadays looks particularly cheesy, the voiceover, like the dubbed voices, which is always interesting and kind of makes it a little bit cheesier, but I don't know. It's become part of that subgenre, the giallo subgenre, so I like that I saw the editor first before I saw any actual like giallo movies, because I feel like it kind of helped me understand them a little bit more, you know, because the editor was kind of like in parody, but not like me, you know. You can go find my review of the editor where I talk about that, but yeah. So I thought this movie was alright. I may watch it again. There's a very good chance that I'll watch it again, especially with other people. Like I can definitely see that it's one of those movies where it's like, you have to watch this. Like, come over and we're gonna watch it. And instead of really watching the movie again, I'm probably gonna be watching the other person to see their reactions to it. It seems like it's one of those movies, which are always fun. So if you've seen Suspiria, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of my face and hear more of my voice. And thank you if you are subscribed already. And until next time, stay strange. Bye! So like, he even went as far to like give a view of like when the girl's being stabbed, like you see the knife actually like penetrating her heart, like legit, like